Hey everyone, I have not done a video like this in a while. This is just a look in the book. And so this is not a full review. We're just going to look inside these two different Bible courses from BJU Press. The first one is the history of the Old Testament, and it is meant for 7th grade. And this is the life of Christ, and it's the 8th grade Bible curriculum from BJU Press. Now, I think that these can be used all the way up into high school as well. So if you like what you see and you think, oh, I would love for my high schooler to take that, I think these would still work well in the high school years. Now, each of these is a one-year course. So this would be the Old Testament would be a one-year Bible course. And then again, this one would be a one-year Bible course as well. So BJU Press has two options when you purchase their curriculum. They have a parent-led textbook option, or they have an online video-based option. And so if you were to choose the parent-led textbook option, you'd be getting this student textbook as well as the student activity manual. You'll be getting a teacher's edition so that you can teach it to your student, as well as the tests and quizzes and answer keys. If you went with the video-based option, that is online, and that would come with the student textbook as well and the student activities manual. You'll also get some additional handouts that go with the video course, and then you will access the videos online as well as take the tests and quizzes online, and those will be automatically graded through the BJU Press Homeschool Hub. All right, now let's just take a look inside the book. I'm going to start with the Old Testament here, and let's just open it up to the table of contents and you can see what it covers. We've got Unit 1, Creation and Fall, Unit 2, God's Covenant with Abraham, Unit 3, God's Covenant with Israel through Moses, and Unit 4, the weakness of the Old Covenant. Unit 5 is the promise of the line of David. We have the line of David, the failure and hope in Unit 6. The line of David doomed to failure in Unit 7. And then God's people protected and restored to the land in Unit 8. You'll see that there are reviews here for each unit as well. So let's just look at Unit 1, Creation and Fall. So I'm just going to flip through so that you can get an idea of how this is set up. We have some thinking it through questions here. Again, some thinking it through questions. You can see the scripture up here where it says to read and memorize a verse. And then we have the Unit 1 review. It's got all of the scripture memory that the students were supposed to be working on, and then understand the story, develop observation skills, connect the story to the big story, and lessons for a life. So that's basically how each unit is set up. I'm just going to flip through it here really quickly before we move on to the life of Christ. Okay, now let's take a look inside the life of Christ. Remember that this is their 7th grade Bible curriculum. This is their 8th grade Bible curriculum. But again, I think that these could be used in the high school years as well. It'd be a great study to do together with several of your kids. So maybe you have 2 or 3 kids, you can group them together and go through one of these. All right, we have Unit 1, God's Redemptive Plan. Unit 2, Preparation for Ministry. Unit 3 is the Sermon on the Mount, Part 1. We have the Sermon on the Mount, Part 2. Jesus' Ministry, Presenting Himself as the Christ. Responses to Christ. The coming of Christ's kingdom and the fulfillment of God's redemptive plan. Again, there are reviews for each unit, and in the back there is the scripture reading and memory work back there. I'm going to flip back to a unit that's further back. This is Unit 7, the coming of Christ's kingdom. And I'll just flip through a few pages here so that you can get an idea of how this one is set up. You can see it's almost identical to the Old Testament curriculum that they have for 7th grade. Just flip to the end of this unit here, and I'll show you what the end of the unit looks like. See, there we go. So there's the Unit 7 review. Again, same kind of things that we saw in the Old Testament course as well. So that's just a quick look inside the life of Christ and the story of the Old Testament. These are the Bible curriculum from BJU Press for 7th and 8th grade.